Hi, Joe McNally for Adorama TV with another edition of the Pointe Shoe Mysteries, our sporadically presented series of mishaps and misadventures and nefarious doings in the world of ballerinas. So far, Nick Knight has been on the case, trying to determine what ballerina is offing the competition in gruesome fashion. And we added another detective, so now it's a detective duo, Nick and Marissa. Stage names, Nick Knight and Delia Day, are on the case. And as usual, we'll be creating scenes, singles and doubles. We'll be using lights, Pro-Photo, A10s, B10 pluses, and some old school lights, acutes and B4s. And the camera of record will be the Nikon Z7 II with a variety of lenses, some brand new ones, the 50mm f1.2. We'll be using Tethered tools, we'll be using Capture One, we'll be using Gitzo. All those things, all the tools that we are familiar with will come into play today to pull this day off in this beautiful studio in downtown Manhattan. Here's the thing, you build the set in pieces. Sometimes you have to rush and tumble into things, but with this, because Nick is so good at what he does, he's gonna be patient with me, and he knows I have to build this shot. So now I've got A group dialed in. I'm using newer flashes. These are B10 pluses, 500 watt seconds. And I'm backing them up or, kind of doing the surround lighting, the accent lighting with A10s. Beautiful thing about this whole system is that it's enabled high-speed sync. So now I'm at 1.2 on a 50mm lens, a 1.2. So I'm gonna really drop my focus right on Nick's eye. And then the mood in the background is gonna be this somewhat cheesy Brooklyn Bridge backdrop, which I got off of Amazon for like 35 bucks. But out of focus, it's gonna look like a dream. Shift this way, tiny bit, there we go, good. And turn chin a little bit, there you go, good, nice. I'm a big believer in location work, but getting a permit, which you need to do, to sort of stop traffic on the Brooklyn Bridge is virtually impossible at this scale of production. Maybe Spielberg can walk in and do it, but that's a realm I don't know about. Brooklyn Bridge is highly trafficked. Just the density of New York City population and the amount of people traffic that use that bridge would preclude us being anywhere close to having control. And that's what this set is about. It's about control. You can maybe run and gun up there, and take a flyer, but this is not run and gun style. And you need control. So we control this space, and we have a facsimile of the Brooklyn Bridge. As opposed to like putting up a big umbrella, this is super specific light. And this is where an experienced actor like Nick, you really want to work with, because when you ask him to hold his mark, you're lighting very specifically, he'll do that with you, he'll work with you. So we marked out space on the floor where he's got his feet. I can't let him move off of that because the light is coming through a slit that's this narrow and it's covering basically just a piece of his face. But it's a very specific way to light. This is not a kindly way to light because it's hard, it's edgy, but that's the character I want him to play. He's got an edge, he's a New York City detective. He's on the trail of a murderer. This is not the time for warm and fuzzy. All right, so that's kind of where I was going with this set. Was Nick is such a strong character. Brooklyn Bridge is iconic New York. Put the two of them together. Except you got to put the two of them together in a studio, not in real life. So using depth of field, high-speed sync, gels, multiple light sources, you create a look, a feel. A little bit glamorized, a little bit Hollywood, but that's where we are. A little bit of a complicated scenario, over and under light, that's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but the background is needs to kind of glow. So, and we need to be at high-speed sync, so I'm really limited, if you will, to the updated flashes, B10 pluses, and the A10s that we have on the set. I could maybe handle some of this with a big pop of light, but those older packs will not high-speed sync. And I'm still trying to kill sunlight out here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. We got lots of windows, so one of the reasons I love this location, but I am fighting it a little bit. But I've got the tools to kind of subdue it, and we're doing well. So here's where you're making adjustments, right? Because you've got a lot of elements, and the sunlight is still kind of bedeviling you a little bit, but You know, you're trying to get control of the set. That's where Capture One comes in really handy. I'm tethered directly into my computer, and what Frankie has done is dropped a bit of a crop on this, because I know I'm gonna lose the edges of the frame, because the backdrop doesn't completely suit the DSLR frame. Using a Tethered Tools cable, platform, Gitzo tripod, everything's stable. It's right here. I can see it full frame. And in this instance, the details of this and the edges of this are important. Not that they weren't before, but I could kind of keep a handle on one person in the frame, you know, and handhold and look at the LCD. But now I'm concerned about keeping my line straight and making sure that the lights are working properly and the frame is working properly. So to the rescue, Tethered Tools, Capture One, Gitzo, right here with me on the set. Sunlight's beautiful. Why stay inside? Why struggle with flash when this light is out here? She's beautiful, the dress is beautiful, the pose is wonderful, and she's adventuresome enough to safely get on top of this box, which is considerably separated from the wall, okay, and sandbagged, and she's comfortable, and we're just gonna knock out some lovely pictures against this amazing sky. A once in a while sky in New York. You know, that's what this is. This doesn't happen all the time. So grab a camera and shoot it. Yeah, so this is where you kind of get your yayas out. We were struggling and playing with flash, ratios all day long, and come out here and you just breathe. The light is beautiful, she's beautiful, the color is beautiful. And you just do what we do, which is shoot. Gorgeous. Downtown Manhattan plunges into shadows, and we've been investigating the shadow world of the Pointe Shoe Mysteries with our duo, Nick and Delia. And so another day, wrapping up here, Lower Manhattan for Adorama TV. Joe McNally signing off.